Let me do the same thing here. Guys, let me ask you. How many of the NLCS games did you watch? Monday night, I watched it as I was at a sports bar watching some Monday Night Football on one TV and watching some baseball on another TV. I want to make sure that was. No, that was actually. Was that the Astros game? I don't remember. I just remember they're down 2-0, and it happened over the weekend, and then. I was like, wait, they won 2 road games? That thing's over. And then it was 3-0, and I was like, and then I watched a little bit last night. I was like, wow, it's over? Ramos, did you watch any of it? Be honest.
Honestly, I watched games 2 and 3. I felt game 4 was an end. I thought the Nats would win, so I didn't watch it. But I wanted to see Scherzer pitch, and I wanted to see Strasburg pitch.
Okay. What about you there, Ryan Music? Did you watch any of it?
I watched different parts of each game. But I certainly did not watch 9 innings of all 4 games.
Yeah, no, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's like, did you read the book? Yes. Did you read the forward? I don't remember. Did you read the post? I don't remember. Did you read the cover? I don't remember. No, I read it cover to cover. Dan Byer, how much of the NLCS did you watch?
I watched on MLB Red Zone, where you only watch the last inning. So that's
so lying. He's such a liar.
No, that's basically what it was, Nationals are about to clinch.
Yep, let me flip over.
Let's flip it over.
Let's flip over.
I did see the threat that the Cardinals had. I believe it was in the 8th inning last night, but that was – and then just stayed with it to the end. But outside of that was the most that I watched of that series.
Okay. I mean, obviously they were what, how many outs? 6 outs away from losing to the Dodgers 3-1. And then it took extra innings for them to lose to the Dodgers, to beat the Dodgers in Game 5.
They're down 3-1 to the Brewers.
Yeah.
In the 8th inning.
And that's the play-in game, right?
Yeah.
Right. So they become that team. They become the Kansas City Royals of a couple years ago, who, finds a way to keep winning games. They never trailed. Not for an inning, not for a half inning. Did not trail against the Cardinals. Their team ERA against the Cardinals in the NLCS was 1.25. Until the 5th inning of last night's game, they hadn't given up 3 runs in one game the entire series. Crazy. Or 3 runs total. Scherzer, Strasburg, Patrick Corbin, Anibal Sanchez have thrown 66 2/3 of Washington's 91 total postseason innings. And in those innings, they've allowed 16 earned runs, giving them a postseason ERA of 2.16. I feel like I'm Bill Clinton, right? It's the economy, stupid. Do you guys remember that line? It's the economy, stupid. Right? That was the big thing. That was the big line. It's the economy, stupid. Meanwhile, it's not in any way Bryce Harper related. I think it's easy to point to Bryce Harper, the hair and the image, and how much money he makes. Really, that's what it comes down to, right? That's what it comes down to. How much money Bryce Harper makes. He made a bunch of money, and they won without him. And now it must be his fault. He was holding them back. His ego, his way, bad clubhouse guy, whatever. He could be a bad clubhouse guy. His contract or last year's contract demands could have made him into a guy where a lot of the attention was focused on him. But if your starting pitching gives up 4 earned runs total in 4 games in the NLCS, you're not going to lose that NLCS. You understand? These things could be true. He could be a terrible human being. I don't think he is, but he could be a terrible human being. He could be money hungry. He could be about himself. All of that's fine. But if your starting pitching allows 4 earned runs over 4 games, or 16 earned runs over 66 2/3 of 91 postseason innings, you're going to be in the World Series. It's the pitching, stupid. right? It's the pitching stupid. Even look at what they did against the Dodgers. The 3 games they won, they gave up 2 earned runs in game 2, 1 run given up in game 4, and in game 5, yes, they came back down 3-1. And they won on a grand slam from Howie Kendricks, who's the NLCS MVP. Just if you know anything about Howie, you feel he's a really good guy. I'm an Angel fan. I'm not sure he was ever as good as his billing was, a minor league player, than becoming an Angel, but Howie Kendricks is a good dude. You feel happy for him. But they gave up 3 runs. Right? Bullpen has been an issue for them, was an issue for them against the Dodgers in game 1 and in game 3. That was always their issue going back years in the past, was their bullpen, and their starting pitching has been so good and their bullpen hasn't been bad either. In 1992, there was a recession brewing, and George H.W. Bush, that's George Bush's dad, was talking about everything with the exception of the economy. And Bill Clinton won the election in large part because he used the James Carville line, which is, it's the economy, stupid. So we can sit here and do the same thing and talk about Bryce Harper and the contracts and how it was a distraction going back to last year and about how sometimes he didn't play hard and this and he struck out a lot and sometimes lived up to his billing, sometimes he didn't live up to his billing. It's the pitching, stupid. The pitching has been so good. The relief pitching, mostly the starting pitching. The starting pitching has been so good. Other teams are starting guys and pulling them after an inning or 2 innings. You know, they've created the opener thing. Great. You're only doing that because you don't have a starter. Because you don't have a Strasburg. You don't have a Scherzer. You don't have an Anibal Sanchez. You don't have a Patrick Corbin. They do. And on nights like last night, they're just outstanding. They'd given up 3 runs, less than 3 runs the entire series until the 5th inning of game 4 last night. It's the pitching, stupid. It's not Bryce Harper. No matter how much you like or dislike, the Bryce Harper thing is about how much money he makes, how long the contract is, the comparison of that. It's the John Gruden thing. John Gruden leaving the Monday Night Football booth to go back to coaching is not that big a deal. It happens. Urban Meyer left the booth to go back to Ohio State, right? And now he's with us at Fox, and he may go back and take the USC job. Maybe he doesn't. But if Urban Meyer gets a 10-year, $100 million deal, bigger than anybody's we've ever seen, now all of a sudden there'll be so much incredible, ridiculous pressure on him. Once you find out how much money somebody makes, you change how you view them. And maybe this is Bryce Harper's real issue the past couple years was he had Boris as his agent leaking out, hey, it's going to get $400 million, maybe more. Hi, I'm Doug Gottlieb from Fox Sports Radio, and you need to subscribe to the Fox Sports Radio YouTube channel where you can hear and see me. Why not? Plus, everybody else who's awesome here in Fox Sports Radio.